Welcome to Horton Implants Oral Bites with your hosts, Kate Bootman and Carl Horton, joined for this episode by the fantastic Jag Hear.
Recording in progress. Right, great. Well, I guess I should say things like welcome to our little podcast where we've got Jag and Kate, me with the nice little microphone, and just a general chit chat. I was going to start off by thanking you, Jag, very much for taking the time and the effort to get yourself all ready and sorted. Do you live at the practice?
The wife and kids aren't here.
Okay, right.
So I'm like a lion at work, and then when I get home, I'm like a mouse. You know what I mean? Here, look after like 5-6 dentists, a couple of hygienists, about 12 nurses. When I get home, I'm like cowering behind the couch from my wife.
Isn't that the normal in households? No?
Is it? I just want an easy life. I want an easy life. I mean, how hard is it to come home, watch a bit of TV, eat some food, and chill?
Be fair, you're looked after at the practice. Come on.
Sorry?
I know your team. You're looked after at the practice.
Yeah, the girls are really good. Girls are really, really good. I'm lucky.
You're very lucky.
Yeah.
Go on.
I would say practices are just weird because it's like, I always think, oh, I'm nearly there, put the final like piece of the jigsaw in, and then something else happens, like got a good nurse going on pregnancy, then have to find another nurse.
Yours?
Sorry?
Yours?
No.
Okay.
No.
Ben's?
Unfortunately. No. I don't think Ben's works anymore, so.
Now, this could be a different podcast. Steady, boys.
Yeah. Have you seen the weight he's put on? And I just sit there at lunchtime, and I got some food yesterday, some sandwiches for lunch because he was doing some paperwork. And then he likes cherry Coke. They didn't have diet cherry Coke, so I just got normal cherry Coke. And he goes, "Oh, I prefer like diet." And I'm like, "Have you seen the size of him? It's like somebody having a full English breakfast and having diet Coke with it."
Yeah.
What's the point?
I've never got that. I'll tell him that the sweeteners, the artificial sweeteners in these diet drinks allegedly cause cancer and change your gut flora. There's new research out, so maybe that will change his mind. He put weight on.
His gut is screwed.
Is it?
No, I was just going back to like, so we've got a dentist leaving, and it's just like, it's a never-ending cycle of just trying to just balance stuff. The one thing I have done recently.
Love you too.
The one thing I have done recently is just put up the wages of all my nurses. Yeah. Because the landscape's changing and they deserve it. Girls have notoriously been low paid. I've always looked after my girls, but I just thought.
Bye. It's not that I'm not recording or anything like that. Don't worry about it. But see ya. Have a lovely day. It's all wonderful here. It's like little house on the prairie. Yeah.
I was just going to say that the landscape's it's changing quite a lot. Better for nurses. Yeah. But I'm seeing stuff like trainees, like wanting like £9.50, £10, which is quite a lot.
What's the minimum wage? Just out of curiosity.
I think it's like £8 something. It depends on age. Each age is different.
Do you know it does, doesn't it? Yeah, it's been a while since I've kind of been in the game when it comes to that sort of stuff. It's an odd one, isn't it? Because my first paper round, it was something like, a quarter of a pence per paper. I think it was about £3 a week. And it'd take blooming hours. You'd get about 700-800 papers. And I was fairly well built because I had to carry these blooming papers around. It changed.
Going?
Yeah.
Like
1930s, 1940s.
My parents owned it's not stereotypical, but they owned a corner shop. So I had to do a lot of paper rounds. And as you know, oh my God, Sunday, it's like, how can anybody read a paper which is like that thick?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have to go back a few times to the shop to refill because you'd only carry about like 10 papers.
It had
And
all
you
the
get to the house,
magazines.
the paper's that thick, and the letterbox is like that.
Oh, yeah. Didn't you hate them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Oh.
wish it was like,
paper apart, and the magazines out, post it all in individually.
yeah. I just remember America. You watch American films where you get somebody on a bike just flinging the paper at the house. It's like, why can't it be like that?
Yeah. Or you get the people with a really long drive that you'd have to walk up, and then they'd have the dog out, and you get chased by the dog. I used to have the one time I was doing the I used to live in Redditch, so it's the Redditch Advertiser, and I used to do the advertising. They had another
Lovely
one
area, lovely area.
They had another one come out called the Redditch Standard or something like that, and you both a couple of things. One I can't tell you on air, and another one I can, and this is the one I'll tell you about. But there was a double glass door with a letterbox in the middle, and it's that frosted glass, and I could see the dog running towards me, and so I thought I'll hold on to the paper and I'll have a little bit of a play with the dog like that. So I was ready for it to grab the paper, and I was ready for this little bit of tug of war, but it didn't stop to grab the paper. It just headbutted the glass. The glass shattered everywhere. This dog's barking at me. I'm totally frozen because I just think, what do you do? So I thought, I'll just leave the paper there and carry on. so I'm sure they came home to this shattered glass, but I suppose if they really wanted to find out who did it, they could. I didn't do it. The dog did it. But
did you get a tip at Christmas?
I never used to get any tips for doing the papers. I used to get tips for doing the Royal Mail because you could join and do the Royal Mail. Yeah.
Oh shit. Oops. Yeah. I was gonna say I got big tips. I got big tips at Christmas. Really big tips. Well, it all added up. It was great.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the advertiser. I got tips when I was doing the paper round for the Rodney, who Rodney, as a kid, I never realised was gay. And there's several things it's a bit like George Michael when he was in Wham, and then he came out, and you think, oh yeah. And so Rodney, years later, I went back to see my mum. She goes, oh, did you know Rodney was gay? I said, I had no idea. And then when it kind of, you think about it, and he used to pull up in his kind of that little Mazda, open top Mazda car, like the hairdresser's car. No offense to hairdressers or people that own the car. MX-5, that's the one. MX-5 is soft top MX-5 with Frankie Goes to Hollywood, Relax playing on full blast.
And it's like, oh yeah, he was. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, that's not. Yeah, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But it's just, do you know, when because we it's not, I wasn't making any assumptions, but I just of course he was, of course.
It's like that scene out of Friends, isn't it? Like when they go to get a suit from Joey's tailor.
Yeah.
And whenever he makes his inside leg. You know what I mean?
Yes.
He gets a feel. Was it like that with you? Did you have any experiences with Rodney like that?
I used to get there was a hot chocolate always ready for me when I got back to the and a little chocolate bar.
Oh my goodness.
Full of Cadbury's goodness.
Oh, yeah.
Was it fudge?
Sometimes. This has gone down a path I wasn't expecting it to go down.
Yeah, but I was going to go back to the nurses. Yeah.
Sorry, mate. Yeah.
I was just going to say, really happy for the nurses. Like, do you know what I mean? They're finally getting paid.
Yeah, brilliant.
A good nurse is worth their weight in gold.
Good on you, Jag. Good on
you. No, but it makes our lives easier. I was just looking. We were looking for a new nurse, and it's just looking at the prices, and I thought, you know what? It's always best to sort of,
pay the ones you got.
Yeah, look after the ones we've got. They do work hard.
Yeah. And
they're good eggs. You've got good eggs, Jag. I've always said it about practice. They're good girls.
Yeah, they work hard. They work hard. We've got a good team. Very lucky.
Is it right what they say about you, Jag? You're a bit of a diva.
I like stuff done my way.
I'm only joking. They only speak very highly of you. They do.
No,
They're very
good,
protective of you, Jag.
Yeah, they're good. They're good girls. I can't complain. Like I said, I can make like 12 or 14 women happy at work, but I can't make one at home happy. What do you mean?
I'm
Should
sure
have been
you
like
do.
Rodney.
What's your morning looking like, Jag? Got a busy morning?
I think I had a quick look. I have a quick look. I'm only interested if there's like an implant or something. You know,
Yeah.
everything else is just it's just everything else is sort of beneath me now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
No,
I do
but
know.
once
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, but it's like if you do implants, I book loads of time with my implants, and it's just simply a case. My day's so busy that I enjoy the implants. One, it's something different, but I've got loads of time to relax beforehand. Afterwards, I've got loads of time to chill. You know, I'm not used to having those breaks, and I could earn more money if I reduce my time, but I charge accordingly. You might it just break up my day having implants. I had one yesterday. I actually had one which failed. And I was redoing it. It was a 3-unit bridge, a 4 and a 6. The 6 was fine, but the 4 just became loose and failed. So I redid it yesterday, and yesterday I buried it. And,
Right.
do you know what I mean? You know, you go when you have a failure. Not that you ever have any failures, Carl.
I don't know, mate. I had one recently.
Yeah. And then it's just like when I redo it, I would sacrifice a goat if that helped with the success rate.
Yeah.
If somebody said to me, you know, if you said to me, sacrifice a goat, I'd sacrifice a goat.
Yeah, you feel like you own it, don't you? You feel like
Yes,
you know, you feel you take on all the I don't know, all the I get stressed. Yeah, I don't like it if you know, even though it's nothing to do with me. You know, everything's been followed, protocol, all that sort of stuff. But if it doesn't work, I feel ultimately responsible for the fact that the patient hasn't integrated to the implant.
Yeah, I feel restless till I've redone it. You know, I wait a couple of, you know, take the implant out, wait a couple of weeks, and then, you know, I'm like, that's at the back of my mind. That's the one case I just want to place the implant and get done. But I've had more failures recently, more so than normal. But there was somebody on the ADI group who was saying there's been a lot of failures, and don't know whether this is COVID or
funny. You know, we've been talking about this with other implantologists as well, mate, saying exactly the same. I've certainly noticed it. He's noticed it. Yeah, so I suspect there might be, and because of the way that it works, the COVID, we don't fully understand it, but there's probably a good chance that it's got something to do with it.
Yeah. The other thing is I'm just starting to give all my patients vitamin D before they have an implant. You know, like when you have, you know, if something's not right, like I've had more failures than normal, you sort of like go through your whole protocol.
What else can you do?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. The only sort of highlight in the last month is I did an implant on a 90-year-old.
Nice.
So that's a milestone.
Nice. You know what, it says a lot about you two, though, the way you've just spoke about how you feel when an implant fails. You know, not everybody's like you guys, so I think it's credit to you both. Yeah,
well, it pisses me off when the nurse tells me that one of my implants has failed. She gets a slap. You know, you have to take, you know, you have to take out your anger. You know, it's like Faulty Towers.
Yes. So were they all in reception going, no, you tell Jag, no, you tell Jag?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I just, yeah. I mean, yeah, the implants is good, and I can see why you guys do it all the time. But I mean, there is a lot of stress involved with it. But like if I told Carl to do it like a MO amalgam, I don't think he just wouldn't do it.
No, I wouldn't even know what he's talking about.
He'd probably just give the patient 50 quid and say, just go down the road.
Yeah, yeah, I would.
Funny enough, I was having a conversation with Ben the other day, and this was, I felt for him for this one. He's looked after a family friend for years and years and years, and always looked after them and done them sort of like really cheap work, like cost price. And then one day, this person rocks up with like 4 brand new veneers.
No.
Yeah. And they've gone somewhere else to have it done. And it's just like, one is like, there's 2 parts of the story. The first one is like, do they not trust you? Like Ben is an amazing dentist. Do you know what I mean? He looks after my family, and I do like my family before you ask.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I trust Ben wholeheartedly, with everything. If I'm unsure of anything.
Except your wife and your mistress.
Yeah. No, it's wife and significant other.
Oh yeah, sorry, mate. What was I thinking?
Yeah, sorry.
Get that straight.
If I have any problems with a patient, Ben's the first person I call in or book the patient in with. And I thought this was just a bit weird because it's just like they've gone somewhere else to have the work. So do they not trust Ben to do the work? And the other thing is he sort of made a loss over the years.
Yeah. So it would have been nice to have been given something back and the opportunity to sort out.
Do you know what I mean? It's twofold. One, financially, he's had a loss. Because everyone says, the way, when people ask me for a massive discount, and people I don't even know, what they don't understand is, if I'm working for a certain amount per hour, and I'm booked up like weeks in advance, for me to do their work at a reduced rate, I'm actually losing money. Yes. I'm not being greedy. But I'm actually losing money by doing the reduced charge.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you, and I think that is very, very true. And I think that people sometimes don't realise that, certainly that are not involved in any type of business, that actually there's a cost to your time, and that's got to be paid for, and that's how business works. And I agree with you. I think that 2 points there. I think Ben. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. I mean, there's been occasions where we've had like a healing cap come off, or one of the crowns has come loose, and he's sort of stepped in and sorted it out. And we've not even known, he's not even said, I've had to do this or I've had to do that. The patient's come back in again. Didn't you know that I went in to see Ben because that healing cap worked a little bit loose? And I had no idea. He just does it under the radar, gets on with it, which I think is a lovely trait. And if he gets, we've had conversations, and he said, look, it works both ways. If there's any of my patients that you help out with, I'm sure you'd look after. I wouldn't. But.
Yeah. But I mean, the thing is, it's difficult because it's not like their patient's gone to Turkey and it's a cost of two. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wasn't you that did it, was it?
Sorry?
Wasn't you that did them, was it?
I wish. But they paid like top money for it. And the weird thing I find is you have a rapport with a dentist. Do you know what I mean? You have a rapport with a dentist. Why not just get it done by that dentist? Like, why not get it? But then the thing is, it's like, why have I even done anything over the years for you? Why am I giving you a discount?
Yeah.
Why are you needing a discount? They claim poverty.
It's naughty. Don't you find those patients that you don't know, Jag, like the ones you've said, the people that you don't know very well, don't you find it odd that when they ask for a discount, because really what they're actually doing is showing you that they don't value your time?
It's quite really, when they ask me a discount, they say, I just say to them, now you can pay me less. That's fine. I'm going to get paid. My nurse won't get paid. Do you know what I mean? You spin it around and put it on them, because it puts another face. It's not like some rich dentist they're not going to give the money to. It's going to be like some hardworking nurse. you know, you flip it around, and I always say that, and it's just like they're like,
oh, we do that then.
yeah. You'll get some who just says we'll do that, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know, I don't mind some, you know, some people I do stuff for, like, you know, you can't, there are some genuine cases, but the problem is when you run a business, there's so many overheads to cover. It's just a case of, you know, when I do the work, I got to cover my nurse, the receptionist, the manageress, the decon nurse. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's
It'd
so
be
many
lovely
bills
to help everybody, wouldn't it? It'd be lovely.
Yeah.
It's a business, I'd say.
Yeah, if they want to be treated for free, I can see them at the prison where I work, and they won't get charged a penny.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They won't pay a penny.
I don't think it's for me. It certainly isn't a difficult concept, and there's several times when we've blatantly been asked to do things for free or offer discounts, and blatantly said no, pretty much, because at the end of the day, we've got to pay for the instruments. I've had to pay for the training. We've got to cover our costs. I'm traveling, so I've got to get that sorted out. There's more than me involved in this business, like you said, the nurses and everybody else that supports it.
Yeah.
And it's you know, I'm not whinging or moaning, but that has to be paid for before there's anything else that can be taken out of that. And you've got to account for that. And I think it is a business at the end of the day. And if you do it for one, then you got to do it for another, and you got to do it for another, and you got to do it for another.
But the other thing is, factoring into the cost is, you know, you like to buy fancy. You always try to improve yourself with equipment. I've seen you
Always. Yeah.
So, but the money that you're getting in also helps to sort of improve what you're providing equipment wise or courses.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So if we're not charging appropriately, we can't improve ourselves and then provide a better service to the patient.
Yeah.
To be fair, I've been banned from buying any equipment by Ben.
Yeah, we've heard. Yeah, but I agree with you. You got to reinvest. You got to continually reinvest. Things change, things improve, and you got to get that, put it back in again, reinvest in yourself, reinvest in the business, and take it. Otherwise, you stagnate.
Some stuff doesn't really help the business that much, but it makes your life easier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I managed to sneak in this month a new computer and a new TV before I was banned. So I've put the TV up, and
you know that topless clause that you put in the contract for the staff. Did they throw that out, or did you manage to get that through?
Well, some of them you really wouldn't want topless. Ben.
Well, that's who I was meant. That's who I meant.
Yeah, Ben. Like, I'm there, sitting there, and like the end of the day, he's changing out of his scrubs, and it's like he just takes his clothes off, and it's like, fucking hell.
Commando again.
I feel sorry for his partner. Yeah, I feel sorry for his partner. It's like somebody took a Neanderthal and mixed it with an albino silverback. You know, and then
we love you.
And a dwarf version was born. You know what I mean? I've known him for we've been best mates for ages, and I've seen sort of like he used to be a big rugby player. Like, he was supremely fit, like, you know, really strong with a 28-inch waist, and really super fit, super strong, like good rugby lad. Like, I look at him now and it's like, bloody hell. Not that I'm in any good shape. I've always been sort of like slightly chubby, never been out of shape, but
you've been consistent.
The other thing I've noticed is when you're shit, I'm like good at some stuff, but football, I am extremely shit. Like, when we play football on a weekly basis, it's like, please don't let me be the last person picked. Do you know what I mean? Please don't let me be the last person picked. But the thing is because I'm so shit, my ability is like this, my decline. It's very like that. But somebody like Ben, who was like a really good athlete, his fall is like this.
Yeah, he's got further to go.
So my consistent shit is there week in, week out.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I've been invited to play football on a Monday night. I hope you're not listening, John, by the way. Thanks for the invite. I've dodged it so far for the past month.
Well, you say John's shit.
No. John is invited me, and I've not done it yet. They go and they play on the AstroTurf. It's kind of like a fall off from. Basically, it's not a massively long story, but I turned up because Seb decided that he wanted to do some running at a running club. So I turned up to the running club in my jeans and shoes, and two of the guys are there in their shorts and trainers. Go, "You're not running." And one of them, he's European, let's put it that way, and he just went, "Next week." I'm like, okay. Whoa, okay. So next week I'm in my shorts and trainers, and it's we'll just do a gentle run. 6K later, I'm kind of limping in. They broke me, absolutely broke me. And then as time gone, I've got fitter, but now it's gone up a level, and I've been I'm like you, mate. I'd rather pick up the ball and run with it. So playing football, I might make that mistake, and it's a five-a-side game as well. So being the last on that would be even worse, wouldn't it?
But it's a bit. The other thing is, have to be worried about injuries.
Yeah.
Like literally, here's my finger. I literally can't move this finger any closer. And basically, I was in goal, and somebody shot. Like I can't get that little finger closer.
Ouch.
So the ball hit my finger and bent it back. And this problem with getting injuries. The other problem I had is you've got to be careful what you eat in the week as well.
Yeah.
Like I had Wagamama's firecracker chicken on Wednesday night after football. It was not good during the day. Do you know what I mean? You have to be careful. Like when I'm set up for implants, I will honestly just, plain sort of, I was going to say white food, but that sounds racist. But
you meant rice, boiled rice, things like that.
Yeah, you have to be careful.
Mashed potatoes, cauliflower.
I used to work as a dentist. I used to go out for a curry on a Wednesday night, and all the nurses the next morning were like, "Shotgun not working with him. Shotgun not working with him."
Yeah, I think I'm getting old now. And I used to think, I can handle my spicy food, but I just have to, like Dixie chicken is only a Friday night meal for me because it takes 2 days for it to clear the chicken. Clear the system.
There is a practice where
I like good food.
There is a practice where I used to go, and the only place you could get changed was the toilet. There was no staff room. There was just a toilet, and if I hadn't timed it quite right, the dentist would go for their morning number two, and I got nowhere else to get changed, and I used to come out looking green. It was a horrible experience. It was a horrible experience.
But yesterday I just sent a message around saying I just blew up the toilet. Don't go there for a while.
On that note, mate, we've got to let you get to work, and two, we should. This was supposed to be 10 minutes. I think we've kind of exceeded that very slightly.
Yeah. Well, not always a pleasure to speak to you guys.
Brilliant.
And you.
Have a great day, mate.
Take care.
You too.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bye.